Hey, let's talk about how completely broken Modern Warfare 2 is right now. Now, I know there was a beta, yet I'm not too sure how effective it was. We are going to talk about all the current working glitches slash exploits, as well as I'm going to be talking about some game-breaking bugs that are within the game that they have yet to fix. This first one involves going towards your field upgrade and choosing the suppression mine. After you have done this, you can then load up a game of ground war. Once you have loaded in, you will want to locate a tank, then you will want to throw your suppression mine. You will notice that there is an enemy there chilling with another fellow teammate of mine. Why is this happening? Well, because this glitch has been around for a little bit, and now it has pretty much plagued the whole entire community, to which players are now talking about this within their own chat channel. Or actually, I should say the public chat channel. Some of them will invite you, so that's why I mentioned their own chat channel. What is this going to do towards your account? Are you going to get banned if you exploit this in a major way? Some of you may already know the obvious answer to that question, and yeah, this is a risk to your account. Make sure that you do not do this, or at least if you are going to be doing this, don't be like most of the people in the chat saying, hey man, meet me here, I'm going to be farming this up, because really this is going to lead you to an account ban. I'm sure a ban wave will come up eventually as time goes by. If you have played some of the Call of Duty games in the past, such as World at War or Black Ops, then you know for sure these bans are not to be messed with. There's quite a few players during that time that were banned for exploiting certain things, so do not be one of those people, especially during this time where a game like this is worth, well, I wouldn't say worth, but is $70. The only reason why I bring this up is because most of you may not even know this, or some of the channels that do show you glitches do not mention that at all. With that information and everything said, let's go ahead and go towards the next glitch, which involves a certain map, and this is going to be the Raceway map. Once you have arrived, you will then exit out from the spawn. This can be found on either side of the spawn, by the way, so it does not matter whether you spawn at this exact location or more up towards the top there. You want to locate the left side, the bottom portion where I am right here. We are going to then locate the fire truck that's presented there on the left side. There's going to be this orange box that you're going to hop on top of, then the actual fire truck itself. We are going to wait till we have the barrier. This is going to spawn eventually, which will happen right here. We can then pop that sucker up, and then we will then jump on top of the barrier. We can then sprint towards the wall, the upper portion there, and land right on the barrier. Now, if you do not, or if you are not able to do this right away, this is because you are not sprinting far enough. I sort of strafe with my jump, which just kind of brings back those Call of Duty 4 days, if you guys have played the game during that time. And what we are going to do is then duck. Once we have reached this portion, we are going to look down, and we are going to pull out our weapon, and we are going to slightly move back, and then try to crouch up, or uncrouch I should say. Then jump up, and you will then be in this secret room, which you can then shoot at people down below. I know this is another exploit or glitch that can potentially cause you to get banned, so be very aware of that as you do, attempt these. If you do them in public, or not public, excuse me, private lobbies, then I'm sure all is good, because you're just not really affecting anybody, except you're just messing around. This next glitch right here is going to be the last one that we are going to be talking about. This is going to allow you to get to the very top portion here. Specifically, this tower. Now, I have shown this previously in one of my videos where I talked about how you can use a sniper and a level aim bipod to launch yourself up in the sky so that you can then land on top of objects, whether that be invisible barriers, or for example, this map specifically, I showed you how to get on top of an invisible barrier. Now, there is a way to get on top of the tower itself. There are two ways to do this, where you prone, then mount, then unmount, or you can get on top of the vehicle, go backwards, then prone, then mount, and this will then launch you. You can try this again to then gain some more height, which should eventually land you on top of the tower. I noticed that if you do aim your scope in a specific direction, like up in the sky, this does help, or it also depends on where the body physics are kind of pushed into, because I truly believe that if the character's legs are stuck inside the vehicle, and then when you mount, that is what's allowing you to bounce your character out, or at least push it forward. Now, this is two videos, or two clips I should say, that I've shown where you can land on top of here. If you go downwards, you can land inside the box there. I'm going to show you the other side that you can go into as well, which is right around this corner. So go around the tower and then locate this one right here. It's a little box that you can go through and, you know, drop down into. Not to mention, nobody's going to know where you're at, because when you hop inside, you are officially within the texture. You can shoot outside of it as well. And I'm sure this will eventually, you know, be patched, given time, right? One thing I have included is right here, if you are a visual learner and you're not too sure what the level aim bipod looks like, it's that one on the left with the check mark. Moving on, the bug that currently exists with keybinds. If you go to the settings, go to keyboard and mouse, or if you are on console, you can adjust your binds, right? Well, if you go to the menu advanced keybinds, this is going to completely froze your menu. Not only that, when you hit the escape key, or if you try to desperately exit out, this will then pop you back in with a little bit of lag. I will be honest, this is not the only issue, considering there are game crashes as well as the bugs I've mentioned and a lot more. I myself have experienced it where I had to then verify all my files within Steam. There are quite a few negative comments, as you can tell, and it's all for a good reason. I am curious as to when they will release a patch for this, or at least a hotfix to fix certain issues. What's interesting is that the reviews from Steam are quite different in taste on Google, and what I mean by taste is that it's completely positive. It's like there's no issues, there's nothing wrong, and there's quite a few bots on there as well that are posting the same exact thing. This game has quite a few bugs, including a God mode glitch, which involves using a riot shield, and then you will need to locate an enemy with a vertical takeoff landing jet killstreak, or a VTOL, or a VTOL jet, whatever way you want to call it. The next step is quite easy. All you have to do is face that riot shield towards the jet, let it shoot at you, then eventually it will trigger your screen with the red effect as if you've been wounded, and you'll be able to walk around with no damage being taken. Anywho, the last thing I would like to mention is that, again, do not be like the fellow people that are typing down in the chat section that they're going to farm or use this glitch to farm their XP. It's completely just not a smart move. Do not do it. What I suggest you attempt doing is just, for once, I never thought you would ever catch me saying this. Just play the game. Honestly, it's not worth losing the ability to play this. I personally don't care, yet I do care about a majority of you guys that are subscribed. So if you have watched anything about, you know, using a certain XP glitch that I presented myself, then just don't attempt at it, because there is a big risk of a ban, and it's just a waste of money and time. Hopefully you have found this video helpful in knowledge, and that, you know, maybe you'll take it a little bit easy on the XP grinding in terms of glitching. And I hope you all have a great day out there, including everyone that is subscribed and is a member. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I will see you all on the next video.